It's your girl T here, back with another inspired Sunday video. I hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. You are, because you're tea timers. It's just what we do. Our affirmation of the day is, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Because everything's working out in our favor. Isn't it wonderful? Just implies that everything's always going our way. I wanted to discuss with you guys today a little bit about breaking a habit of breaking an addiction to negative thoughts. We always talk about how we get away from negative thoughts and how we forge a pathway into the land of positive thinking, but you have to recognize the other side of Sears. A lot of people, the majority of people, have been thinking negative thoughts their entire lives, and it's not to say that it's their fault or nurture versus nature, that we were raised on negative thinking or we were raised on abuse or trauma or whatever the case is. But I see it in so many people. I think there's an addiction to negative thinking. It gives you a rush when you tell somebody something negative, and not that you're trying to hurt somebody or do it out of a sense of trying to make somebody's day worse. It's just, as a culture, we have an addiction to spreading negativity. It's like when you pass somebody in public and you say, oh, how's your day going? What's their go-to? Oh, it's going crappy because da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh my God, look at the weather. It's not sunny today. It's raining. I wish it was sunny. And then if it's sunny, it's too hot. I wish it was raining. We're addicted as a culture to talking about the negative. So it's like when you guys are writing me these email correspondences and you ask my opinion on something that's happening to you in a negative fashion, especially with SP, and I'm saying to you, you need to prioritize yourself and kind of finesse and condition yourself to get into a state of a little bit better feeling thoughts, as in, look at your blind spots, look at the areas that are lacking. If you were abandoned as a child, perhaps there's a little bit of fear of abandonment, and that's why you cling on to the SP so hard and maybe go a little bit too hard looking at their social media, finding out their whereabouts all the time. We all come with some sort of, I don't want to say damage from being a youth, but we have preconceived notions of how things work from how our parents or whoever raised us. So we have to, before we deep dive in to manifestation and just living in a world of positivity, we kind of have to condition ourselves out of being addicted to negativity, because we all, in a sense, have that addiction to negativity, because for the last 20, 15, 30 plus years, we've been focusing more on the negative than on the positive. So we have to kind of do a cleanse of ourselves into, you know, going into a neutral state or into a state of reaching for better feeling thoughts, and then jump into trying to be 100% positive or as close to it as we can be. Letting go of negativity isn't always going to be easy for a lot of us, because we're used to being 90% negative versus the 10% positive. So we have to kind of, some of us will have to do baby steps. Maybe today we do 5 positive thoughts as opposed to 100% negative thoughts, and then we move to 10 positive thoughts as opposed to 100% negative thoughts. Whatever way it is that you get to a better feeling thought and to a better feeling state is whatever is gonna work for you. But if you find yourself, like, I'll give an example. When somebody asks me a question and I answer them how to look at it in a more positive perspective and the steps that will help them based off of what I've done in the past to get to a better feeling state and to get to more positive results in terms of whatever they're manifesting, and then they ignore everything I just said and continue to repeat the old negative story in various ways over and over again, until I kind of am put into a position where I'm like, if you can't even hear the positive feedback that I'm giving to you and the positive angle that I'm coming from in terms of your situation, and into a place where you're even able to accept some of my suggestions, then you probably need to just work on cleansing yourself of being in a negative position and being a little bit addicted to negative energy. Because every coach always talks about how to get to the positive, but we have to appreciate the fact that some of us are going to have a little bit of an addiction to the negativity because that's what we're so prone to. So with today's video, I just wanted to explain to you guys that when we say things like, I'm a master at manifesting, the thoughts I think are positive. Every day my thoughts get better and better. My subconscious beliefs have always served me. Those are really good ways of kind of doing a cleanse of all the negativity before we go into the next step, which is positive thoughts. I just wanted to give you guys a little video just saying that if you find yourself continuing to repeat the same negative story over and over, regardless of the feedback you're getting, and not being able to stop yourself from repeating these negative stories over and over, maybe look at cleansing yourself of the addiction to actual negativity before jumping into affirming the positive, because maybe we need to baby step it, cleanse ourselves of that negative energy and that addiction to negativity, just get ourselves into a place of neutrality, or even just inserting more positivity into our day until the positive outweighs the negative, as opposed to jumping from straight up just negative in a dark place and trying to go all full tilt positivity right away, because it might be too big of a leap for some of us. If you guys have questions about what I just discussed, please ask them below. And while you're down there, please what was I going to say while you're down there? I love you guys, but not as much as y'all should be loving yourselves, is what I meant to say. Have a beautiful, blessed Sunday. Bye.